Well, let's turn to Kwara, where the Nigerian Army is assuring the people that it will not allow any form of banditry in the state. It also demands that in return, the people of the state furnish the army with necessary information. Ibrahim Alege has details.
It's the first official visit of Major General Valentin Okoro to the 22 Armored Brigade, Subi Ilorin, after his appointment as the new general officer commanding 2 divisions of the Nigerian Army 2 weeks ago. Apart from some isolated cases of kidnapping, Kwara State is relatively peaceful, but the need to improve on this is again emphasized by the new GOC. Addressing men of the 22 Armored Brigade, Subi Ilorin, Major General Okoro says there won't be any compromise in executing the new directives of the Chief of Army Staff.
The Chief of Army Staff has made it clear that his direction and his mandate is that Nigerians should be able to go and sleep with both eyes closed. The Nigerian Army has been positioned and they are poised to strictly and completely execute that task.
During his visit to the government house at the Emir's Palace, the new GOC acknowledges the strategic position of Kwara State, sharing international border with Benin Republic, and the need to repel external aggression from this axis. He also promises to fortify troops in the state to ward off any form of banditry.
Kwara State is on the border with the northwestern and the north-central part of the country, where we very well know that there are prevalent problems of insecurity. So we are forming a buffer around here to ensure that there are no encroachments of banditry or other forms of insecurity into these other parts of the country.
We have a lot of kidnapping problem in the area where I come from, Kwara South. And one day I was going to my village and I saw about 35 soldiers. I was so happy with the major commanding them. And they were riding their bike into the bush, so I felt so, I said, these guys are taking risks because of us,
As part of surveillance strategies, Major General Okoro inaugurated 2 observation overhead towers at both ends of the 22 Armored Brigade Subi Cantonment Ilorin. The message of the GOC to his men is simple and straightforward: endeavor to achieve the mandate of the Nigerian Army by protecting the lives and property of Nigerians and also ensure the protection of the nation's territorial integrity. Ibrahim Alige, TVC News, Ilorin.
Are you aware that Nigeria records nearly 20% of all global maternal deaths? This is according to the World Health Organization, which believes the high number of maternal deaths in some parts of the world reflects the inequities in accessing healthcare services. With this in mind, the Rotary Club of Abuja, Wuse 2, is donating mama kits, surgical equipment, and conducting mental health seminars for pregnant women across some communities in the Federal Capital Territory. Kemi Balogo reports. And after this report, we will return with updates in business and sports. Stay with us.
This is the Dutse Makaranta Primary Healthcare Center in the Federal Capital Territory. Pregnant women gather at the venue of today's outreach as they not only get mama kits to take back home, but most importantly, they listen to a mental health seminar where they are taught about some of the triggers that lead to anxiety and postpartum depression. Two-time mother Abigail is expecting her 3rd child, but it wasn't all joy when she first received the news.
I wasn't actually planning on going again, so when I got pregnant, I was really extremely depressed. So when she talked about it, it got to me, but 1 or 2 people reached out to me and it helped me too. But normally I wouldn't want to speak to anybody about that because things are hard. Nobody wants to actually really share their stories and they don't want to be laughed at. But it's good that this happened and this is a great relief.
Organizers here say that protecting the mental health of pregnant women is really important as they mostly juggle with the economic hardships, humanitarian crisis, and other challenges.
With a healthy mother, we expect a healthy child. And in the midst of all of this, we also realize that mental health is one of the biggest issues that Nigerians deal with. And even more so for pregnant women. We've talked about the prenatal and the postnatal possible complications that mental health challenges can bring.
After birth, a lot of people fall into depression. I've seen a situation whereby a woman gives birth and doesn't want to touch the baby. It happens.
The psychological aspect during pregnancy is paramount to every woman because it's a change that normally takes place in their body. And with I still go back to the economical situation that we are in the country now. So it will not be easy for them.
In 2015, Nigeria's estimated maternal mortality ratio was over 800 maternal deaths per 100,000 live births, with approximately 58,000 maternal deaths during that year. This was mainly due to home births without assistance from a midwife, doctor, or a skilled nurse. A Nigerian woman has 1 in 22 lifetime risk of dying during pregnancy or childbirth, while in most developed countries, the lifetime risk is 1 in 4,000. So issues surrounding mental health should be taken seriously. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.